Guess what? I'm back again. You'll never, well, you probably would guess. I thought I went ahead and made my movie that I was making, and I got through with it, and I went to look at it to see what it looked like, and it had not filmed over about the first, I'm going to say 5 minutes of it, if it was that much. So now I have to go back and do the whole silly thing all over again. So I guess I might as well get back into it, because this will this will make my third one, since I'm having to make this one over again, because I made the one that I put up today, and then I made the one that I thought I was making, and now I'm going to make this one. So what I was telling you, in the first part of this, I think that the first part of it is still on it, so we'll go with that. But just in case it isn't what I'm doing, I'm going to do just a small haul of things that Tanya has brought me since I was sick. And then here in the last 3 or 4 days, a week or so, we got a new Michael's store here, probably about 10 minutes from my house, 15, and that is really great. So I went down there, and I bought a few things, not much, but a few things, and so I'll show you those, and then we'll just chit-chat a little bit while we're looking at everything. But I guess the first thing that I'll start out with is this burlap material for a ribbon. I got this, and I was thinking about, I have a large lantern in there beside my fireplace, and I have fixed it differently this time than what I have been. When Sophie was little, she probably about 4 or 5 years old, she bought me an angel, and it's made out of wood, and it's probably about 18 or 19 inches tall, and she has on a flowing dress, and then she's holding the hand of a little girl with a flowing dress on. So I took that and put it inside of my lantern, because it's a really tall black lantern. And I put that in there with some fern leaves and some lights, the fairy lights, and it looks really pretty. So I thought that I would maybe make a bow out of this and put on the top of it, but I haven't so far. So I'll have to get with it if I go ahead and do that. But I think that it would, I can't decide if I want the burlap or if I want to make a real pretty feminine soft bow. And believe it or not, I really haven't been looking for it, because I haven't been doing much shopping, but even when I was shopping, I really wasn't looking for it. It's the Ray Dunn dishware. And Tanya and I were out the other day, and we just walked into J Maxx, and I always go to the back of the store, because that's where they have their furniture and things for the house. So we went back there, and I looked, and they had a thing there, a cart that they were unloading. And bless your heart, here it was. And I looked at that, and I told Tanya, I said, well, that's the Ray Dunn. So I said, I guess I'll be able to get some. So I finally got some, and this is for an artist's brush, or it looks like a calligraphy pen, that you could put it in that. And then it says draw, paint, and sketch on it. And if you're thinking I'm still doing my glasses silly, I am, because I'm going to set this, if I got room, over here as I go through this stuff, because my nose is still sore, and it is still red, and I cannot wear my glasses on it yet. So I have an appointment to go back and get it checked in about, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. And so I'm hoping everything will be okay. And and I'll get the heads up on that. The next thing I got was the cup, and it says Mama Zita on it, and I think they just had this one, and I would have only needed one anyway, so I got that. And then let's see, I got these two little things. This is Hello Darlin'. It has D-A-R-L-I-N. Hello Darlin'. And on the back it says, beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. And I think that is a really true statement. It's not very good trying to be somebody else, is it? And this one says think. I like it. And since I cannot speak Spanish, I don't know how you pronounce that word, but I'm thinking that is another word for think. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I never did take French or anything like that. Spanish in school. Tanya took French. And Chris took German, I believe it was. Leave it up to him to be different. Because you usually hear the kids start taking Spanish or French or whatever. But Tanya belonged to the French club and everything like that, and she had a blast doing all that. And she'd come home, we'd make recipes and things. Then I bought a bunch of these cinnamon sticks. I bought 2 packages of these, and I love to smell cinnamon sticks, or cinnamon period. I love cinnamon. A lot of people don't like cinnamon in their pies and things like that, but now I do. I don't like the allspice. And when I was growing up and Mommy was baking, she would always make the cinnamon pies, and then she would make pies with allspice, but she made the cinnamon just for me. So I felt special getting my own pies, and they were the little ones. So, and then I got some paint, not paint, but varnish. And don't know what I'm going to varnish, but I had an idea when I bought it. My idea has since left, and I bought a little foam brush with it. But evidently I was going to do something with it, and I think that I found something to do, to work on with it, just when I was in there looking in my studio the other day. Then I got 2 of these. I got 2 little angels. And this one, I think she's playing a layer. I believe that's what they call the little thing that you strum in your hand, in your arm and hand. And then this one has a little violin. And I'm going to try to do something with them. I think they're cute. Now, most of this stuff has come so far from the Dollar Tree, except the Radon. I didn't. It came from, like I said, J Maxx. Now, I bought this, and it's just a really cute little bouquet, and it's all put together. Even has the little tie on it and everything. So that would be really cute if you just take it and just plop it down in something, and you'd have a nice little arrangement made. And Michael's was having, they had 70%, I believe it was. There was 50% on a bunch of stuff, and then some of the stuff had 70% off on it. So there were really quite a few buys. And I got that bouquet. I got it at Michael's, and it was $10, but it was 50% off, so it was only $5. I got this little bird cage, and they come in 2 different sizes. Here's the one size, and then this is the other one. One is about an inch smaller, shorter. I got 2 of the pink and 2 of the blue. So now the pink does not have a door in it, but the blue does, and I don't understand that, because I would think that there would have to be, it must come up from the bottom. Yeah. See, I really haven't looked at these things very much anyway. I just, and this is a metal sign that I bought at, I think that I got this at Michael's. Oh, I can't see all these crazy glasses. Doesn't say. I think it was Michael's though, but it was on sale. It was $25, but I might do better if I just put it up right. It's made out of tin. It's pretty big. I keep coming back, and it was $10. And I think that that will be pretty. I might put that in my bedroom. I'm not for sure yet. Because I really don't have too much room to put things around anymore, because I have bought so many things and put them in here. Now these were 2 little things. These were from the dollar store. I thought I might be able to do something with that. And I got 2, one gold and one silver. And why I got one gold and one silver, you'll have to ask my other brain when I'm visiting next time, because I don't know why I did that. I would have thought that I would have gotten the same colors, but I can always paint them if I have to. And then I bought these. Get them down here. I bought this cross. I really like it. This was from Michael's, I think it was. And I would have preferred the darker part of the cross, the smaller, to be in the center, but I guess they did put it like this so that it could be written on, and in print it has "He is risen" on it. Hope you can see that. I like that. And then I got this one, and it's just like the bigger one, except this one has hope on it, and then this one has grace on it. So I got 3 of them. Try to do something with those, and I think that they will look pretty. Oh, I don't know if any of you have heard of dear, what's his name? You might know. A minister. He is Jewish, and Khan, I believe is his last name. He wrote a book. I know the Harbingers, and I was listening to him the other day, and he was talking about something that I had never in all my life heard before. I had heard the one part of it, but the way that he went around it, I didn't. He was talking about when God was telling one of his disciples what his name was. And he asked his disciple who he was. He says, "Who am I?" And the disciple said, "You're the Son of the living God." And words to that effect. And he said, he told him differently. He said, "I am." And his name was I Am. And So the minister went ahead, Reverend Kahn, I know that's his name. I think it's Jonathan Kahn. I'm not really sure. I know it. I really know it, but I take these times, I forget. But anyway, he said, my name is I Am. And he went ahead and was explaining to him that he had other names and all these different names and Shui and all those names that he has, but that his name was I Am. And then the minister came by over that, and he said, when you start thinking of him and he tells you that his name is I Am, he said it makes you think in a whole different light about what you do and what you say and things like that. I was always taught when I was growing up not to ever use God's name in vain. In other words, just if you're sitting around and just talking, just don't say "oh" and then use the word God with it. Because to my parents that was almost the same as cursing. So I never did have the habit of doing that, and I brought my kids up like that. And I'm hoping that Sophie is doing it, because kids have so many other children that they run around with that you don't know what kind of upbringing they've had. But I hope that I've always told her not to say it, and she never says it around me, but I hope she isn't when she's away from me. But he started talking, and he said, it would be hard for you to keep from saying his name just in a general sentence. He said, when you say, I am tired, you're saying God's name. I am hungry, you're saying God's name. I am sick, you're saying God's name. I am unhappy, you're saying God's name. He is always with you every time you say I am, and he comes first before you do. But he is there with you to give you help if you just ask for it. And I thought that was such a marvelous, marvelous way of explaining that. And I had never, ever heard that before. And it's just, it made a big impression on me. It really did, because I was telling Tanya about it, and she had never heard of that either. And she told me the other day, she said, you know, Mom, she said, just when I'm around the house and I'm just talking with her husband, she said, if I say I am something, she says, it makes me stop and think. God is with me. God is with me at all the time. And I think that's just fantastic. And I would like to hear that sermon over again, in fact, because it really was good. But getting back to the rest of my things here, I got this a little cross, and it was red. And what does it have on it? It has, in Jewish, I'm thinking, it has John 19:30, 19th chapter and 30th verse. And then above it is finished is the word T-E-T-E-L-E-S-T-A-I. And that is, I'm assuming, the Jewish word for it is finished. And that's on the top of that one. So I like that. I'm planning on doing something with those. But I just really couldn't get over the fact that I am. And it's so simple, and we say it so much. But there it is. I am. Now they had, Michael's had their boxes on sale. You can see how big this thing is. And it's very thick too. It's a good 2.5 inches thick. It's very thick. And then you can see my whole head and part of my chest in it. And they were on sale for $5. And so I got 2 of those because I am always needing containers to put paper in. I said that my house is, the papers are running me out of my house, and they really are. And I get aggravated about it, but there's not much you can do because you have to keep your papers. Now this is a bag that Tanya brought me one day, and I think it's really cute. I've got to find some new bags that I will like to go in my picture frames that I've had hanging beside my mirror up here, because I went ahead and glued my others right directly to the frames because I knew I was going to get some new ones. And so I went ahead and glued my Easter pictures that I have up there every Easter. And I'm getting ready to, believe it or not, I'm getting ready to have a home tour. An Easter home tour. There's not going to be much, but just a few little things. And I told Tanya, I said, well, I couldn't put them up when I was supposed to, and but I said I'm going to still, I still put up a few things after I was able to put them up. And I said, I'm sure not going to get them out and then not show them. So, because some of my viewers have asked me a long time ago anyway, they've given up hope now probably, asked me if I was going to put up a home tour for Easter. But in fact, I'm going to film it. After I get through with this, I'm going to film it, and then I'll upload it tomorrow. Now, she brought me this too, Tanya did. And you all keep hearing me talk about Tanya. That's my daughter. And she's I started to say a pint and a half. She's worse than a pint and a half of sugar. She's worse. She's more than that. She is something else. She really is. She's always there when I need her. And she's right there, Johnny, on the spot. And then this says, coffee and friends make the perfect blend. And I think that would be cute around your coffee station or your drink station or whatever. I like that. And I love that little truck. He has Farm Fresh on it. I really liked it. And then she brought me this one too. She said she thought I might like this one. I'll probably have to get some new frames for these others, but the truck and the coffee, and the bird, I loved it. So we have to try to do something with those. I'm going to have a collapse here in a minute. Oh dear, that's heavy. Michael's had their paper on sale, and they had some really pretty paper, and so they had it for their $20 paper was $10, and so I went ahead and I got 3 packages, I thought, but I only have 2 in here. But it sure is pretty paper. Hope that's showing up. And not just showing white paper. It's hard to hold that paper up when you have a hernia like I do. But for $10, I think it was 9 something. That is pretty paper, and I love paper anyway. And I really didn't need any, but for $5, I keep saying 5, for $10, you can't beat it. Maybe I can do it better this way. I really like fixing the planters. I loved my Christmas planter. I had the fireplace with the stockings and everything, and I had the Santa with the reindeer and everything. And I really did like it. And I liked all of them. And I loved the one that I fixed about Sophie. Of course, I'd like it. And these are some things that I got for my planner. Well, I didn't get them. Tanya got them and brought them to me. I might have bought. I think I did get these. These are they're stamps, and you can either trace these or you can stamp them and then use them some way. So we'll try to do that. That's each of the months, and then yeah, that's just the months, and then this one is just the different letters. And I got these at the Dollar Tree, and I think that they are so pretty. Tanya took me, she was going for an appointment one time, and I told her, I said, just run me down to the Dollar Tree while you're in for your appointment, and then you can pick me up when you get through. So she left me, she was gone a little over an hour. And when she came back, I had 40-some of these things in my buggy. So that's why I'm saying I really don't need these, but I love them. And the thing is, if you don't get them when they're out, you may never see them again. And this is, as today is a new day. Be brave and dream. Live a simple life. Hope, calm, create, believe, imagine, faith, surrender, make every day count. Just such beautiful sayings. And then these are some other little things that would go on your planner or in your planner spread. I love them. But I have got a ton of them in there, and I just get the ones now that if I really see something I like, I get those, because I really don't have any need. Now these are just things like they have some words on them, and the little smiley faces and little things of your, let's see here, your anniversary and appointments and your birthday and special day and family day and little arrows and things like that. And have fun and stars, your laundry and things like that. Now, I would not use that in my planner because I just don't use that. Now, I got some washi tape too, and it was really pretty. They had their washi tape that was regular, I think it was $15, on sale for, I believe it was $7. And I've got, I think it was 4 or 5 of them. Because I really don't need any washi tape, but like I said, if you don't get what they have that you really like, then when you do want something, you have a spread that you're going to do, and you need a certain kind, you're just in trouble because you can't find what you want. They have some that have swans in them, and I love those. I wish I could wear my glasses because it's really inconvenient to have to walk around trying to hold those things up to your face. But my nose, I was trying to wear them for maybe 3 days or so, and my nose started getting red on the tip. And I didn't know it before, but my nose had been swollen. And I thought it was just my regular, size of my nose, but I had forgotten, I guess, because I had that malignancy so long, waiting to get somebody to take it out. And then when it started going down, I looked in the mirror and I thought, my goodness, my nose looks much smaller. It was thinner, much thinner than what it was before I had the surgery. And that's some more little things, film strips with, empty film strips, things like that. Tanya really likes doing her planners, and everyone seems to really like what she does. And I was talking the other day, the part to my video that did not film, I said, I get so aggravated at myself. I sit around and I say, and, like that. And I said, I don't do that at the house when I'm just sitting here talking to people. And I don't. But you get me on the camera, and every time I turn around, I'm saying, and I get upset. I get so aggravated. But there's not much I can do about it. I gotta move over here to get these two things. And then I will be through with this. Now this little thing, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's one of these little things like you put around your walkway or your flower bed or whatever. But I'm not going to use it for that. I'm going to fix it some other way. And I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something with it. And I really liked the idea of it. And then this I didn't. I liked the box. It's wood. It's a nice size. You can see the thickness of the wood. But I don't like the way the writing is. And I really didn't need anything to say that said welcome, but I thought I would get this and just paint it. And then put my own letters on it, and maybe use some of my stencils, my new stencils that I have bought recently, not too long ago. I showed those to you guys. And I think that is it. That's the whole shebang. And so, I'm glad it's over with. Now I'll feel much better when I get the house filmed. But like I said, it's not going to be that much, so I don't have to worry that much. But I'm going to have to put all this stuff away before I can do anything here in the kitchen, because my studio is bulging out the seams and out the doors, really, where Tanya has been bringing me things home, and I think she does it really, I think, try to cheer me up. When I was sick, she would always call me, well, I'm at a certain place, would you like for me to pick you something up? And so I would say, well, if you see anything that you think I really like, you can. So that's the way it was. And right now, my studio is in a mess. When I can't film in there, I'm in a terrible mess. And I've got my planner all over my desk with papers that I tried to fix when I first had my surgery done on my nose. And I couldn't see to use the ruler to get my measurements. And I would try to use one hand and hold the ruler, and it didn't work out. So it took me 2 hours to cut one piece of paper. So I said, well, we'll forget that for right now. So I just forgot about it and didn't mess with it. But I have all those papers in there now that I pulled out of the book, different books to put in on my pages and everything. So I need to get those put in, and all the things that I'm going to put along with them, because I do want to get caught up because, oh my goodness, I'm so far behind. But I stay that way. But all of you, I hope that you are having a fantastic time. And I will say one thing to one of you, Suzanne. I saw your video the other day, and I saw your back porch, and it is gorgeous. I do mean gorgeous. And I just wanted to tell you that because I even told my daughter about it. I wouldn't mind having one like that at all. But I don't know what I would do with it when the sun sits in the back of my house. So it would be, the sun would be coming right in on me with that. But it's gorgeous, and it is beautiful, but just wanted to give you a shout out to that, for that. And so I will be seeing you guys in my next video when I get through with this one and get this stuff put away, and then get my other one filmed. And then tomorrow I'll let Tanya put it up because it's on the camera, and I don't know how to upload the camera, and so she does that for me. So I will talk with you guys later, and you take care, and I'll see you, good Lord's will, tomorrow.